Hey PTE aspirants! Welcome back to our channel, your go-to place for mastering the PTE academic and PTE core. In today's video, we're diving into a fresh Retell lecture practice, just like you'll face in the real exam. I'll play the lecture first, and then you'll hear the perfect model response, so you can boost your fluency, content, and pronunciation scores. Make sure you grab a notebook for keywords, because this is your moment to practice like a pro. And hey, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single practice session that could make all the difference in your PTE results. Urban green spaces such as parks and gardens play a crucial role in improving city life. They reduce air pollution, regulate temperature, and provide recreational areas for residents. Research shows that access to green spaces improves physical health and reduces stress. Urban planners increasingly integrate green infrastructure into city design to support sustainable and healthy living environments. The lecture discusses the importance of urban green spaces in cities. It explains that parks help reduce pollution, control temperature, and provide recreation. Studies show they improve health and lower stress levels. The speaker concludes that planners are adding green infrastructure to create more sustainable and healthy urban environments. 3D printing is a manufacturing process that creates objects layer by layer from digital designs. It is widely used in engineering, healthcare, and product development. The technology allows rapid prototyping, customization, and reduced material waste. Although equipment costs remain high, experts believe 3D printing will revolutionize production methods in the future. The lecture explains 3D printing as a process that builds objects from digital designs layer by layer. It highlights its use in engineering and healthcare for rapid prototyping and customization. The technology reduces waste, but remains expensive. The speaker concludes that 3D printing is likely to transform manufacturing in the future. Wildlife conservation programs aim to protect endangered species and preserve biodiversity. These initiatives include habitat protection, breeding programs, and anti-poaching laws. Scientists also educate local communities about sustainable practices. Successful conservation helps maintain ecological balance and supports tourism economies in many regions. The lecture talks about wildlife conservation programs designed to protect endangered species and biodiversity. It mentions strategies such as habitat protection, breeding programs, and anti-poaching laws. Community education is also important. The speaker concludes that conservation maintains ecological balance and supports tourism in many areas. Motivation is a psychological force that drives individuals to achieve goals. It can be intrinsic, coming from personal satisfaction, or extrinsic, driven by rewards or recognition. Studies show that intrinsic motivation leads to better long-term performance. Teachers and managers often combine both types to encourage productivity and engagement. The lecture explains motivation as the force behind goal achievement. It distinguishes between intrinsic motivation from personal satisfaction and extrinsic motivation from rewards. Research shows intrinsic motivation supports long-term success. The speaker adds that educators and managers often use both types to improve engagement and productivity. Electric vehicles are gaining popularity as an alternative to traditional fuel-powered cars. They produce fewer emissions, reduce dependence on fossil fuels, and lower long-term operating costs. However, challenges include battery production expenses and limited charging infrastructure. Governments are promoting electric vehicles through incentives and environmental policies. The lecture discusses electric vehicles as an eco-friendly alternative to fuel cars. It explains that they reduce emissions and operating costs. However, battery expenses and limited charging stations remain challenges. The speaker notes that governments are encouraging adoption through incentives and environmental policies. If you found this practice useful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps more learners find us. And for daily PTE tips, model answers, and prediction topics, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a lesson. Comment below with your score goal, and I'll share a personalized study tip for you. Until next time, keep practicing and keep aiming higher. You've got this.